Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Today we're going to take a look at Wonderking online. And it's a free-to-play 2D side-scrolling platformer MMORPG. But let's jump in and take a look and show you guys what it's all about. You can see I do have one character, made a thief, something I don't normally do. And it was quite interesting to play a thief. I have very few thief characters when it comes to MMOs. So let's go ahead and create a character and see what we have. Now, one thing that you can see right out of the gate is you've got a couple of different options. You could be a swordsman, a mage, a thief, or a scout. I'm going to go ahead and go with the swordsman. You can be male or female. Let's go ahead and go with female. Pick one of our usual names. There we go. Check the availability. This is available. And you can see the game shows you right out of the gate exactly what your advancements are. And I believe your advancements are at level 30 and at level 80. So you start out and there's actually another one. There must be another one. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but you know, here's your first one, and then you could pick different paths. So you can kind of go along the lines of like the Holy Warrior and kind of the straight Berserker and then Juggernaut, stuff like that. And the other character types have these also. You can see here with the Mage, you can go the kind of the Priest or Healer style, or along the Wizard, Mage, Warlock, Necromancer. And with the Thief, you've got kind of the Rogue, Raider, Ninja, Assassin, Night Stalker. And then with the Scout, you've got kind of the Gunner. And then you've got the Archer, which also is kind of like your Hunter. It looks like you have a Beastkeeper and stuff like that. But we're going to go with Swordsman. Let's take a look at some of the options here. We don't have a lot. We only have 3, and 3 eyeball options. And then T-shirt, we've only got 3 as well. So let's go with that one. And you can't even go back. You have to go all the way around if you want to go. But thankfully, there's not too many. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let's get created and let's jump into the game. So let's get started. And the game is very similar to games out there like Laetale and MapleStory and stuff like that. As you can see, the controls are very simple, back and forth, you move. One of the cool things is you can kind of do this double jump, which is a little bit different. The graphics do look, in my mind, they look a little more crisp than some of those other games, like I said, like MapleStory or Laetale. So let's keep going here. It's basically very similar as far as controls and stuff like that. Now, one thing that's really interesting is where some games you have an option to be able to use a keyboard stroke to talk to people. You actually have to use the mouse to talk to these guys. Not a huge deal, but hey, whatever. So we need to talk to him again to complete the quest. Kind of cool. They do have a little bit of voice acting with these guys, and the voice acting is really good. The translations are really well done as far as the text and stuff like that is concerned. So there we go. We completed that quest. We got a little bit of Zed, which is the game's currency, as well as experience. Not much on the experience side. So let's talk to these guys. The art style, you can see very similar to a lot of other games that you see out there that are along these same lines. So we are a warrior, and we're going to go ahead and just bash the crap out of these little scarecrows. We've got to take out 3 of them. We actually have another guy there, so we're going to let him take his out. He's a thief type, but as you can see, these things actually respawn pretty quick. But you can see each of the monsters have a see it how they're blinking. So when they're blinking, you won't actually be able to attack them. So let's go ahead and knock these out. We got an item. So we've got some of these. Let's go ahead and assign them to different hotkeys. And there we go. So Bounty Hunter invited you to the party. No, let's not join the party. So we're going to cruise out of here and head into the next section. Let's see what we have here. And head into these portals. There we go. So we got to the next area. What's always nice in these games is you can always click on these guys from so far away, so you don't have to walk right up to them to actually be able to talk to them. So we need to double click to visit a store. So let's cruise over here. We are getting a little bit of lag, it looks like, from Fraps, but hey, whatever. So let's purchase this. Okay, 1. There we go. Trade, and we got it purchased. Let's go ahead and complete this quest and keep going. So there we go, we leveled up. So one of the nice things about this is right out of the gate you are able to assign your points however you want. We want to go ahead and do as much damage as possible, so we're going to dump everything into strength. Let's go ahead and take a look at the skills. So you can either assign, you got 2 skill points each level, so you can either assign these to like rest, but let's go over to the swordsman and see what he has. So he's got upper flash. And then he's got this one, which is a flame beak. So you can see it fuses the weapon with fire, slashes the target in front of the caster, or this one, a quick upward slash, just sends the enemy flying in the air. Let's go ahead and dump into there, and we're going to go ahead and grab this, put it right there. So we do have the ability to hotkey that, and let's cruise over this way. Now you can see there's a little counter kind of above my head. Now every time you do a little dash, you have to wait for that counter to reset. So kind of an interesting little concept there. You can't just keep dashing over and over again. You're kind of limited on how much dashing you can actually do. So we need to talk to this guy. So we're going to go ahead and it's basically showing you the basics of interacting with other characters. We can invite to guild, party, add as a friend, or trade with that character. So really simple stuff as far as your interface with other characters. These games are definitely meant to keep things nice and simple. One nice thing I can tell you is the game is actually widescreen, so that's one thing that some other games like this don't have. They don't have a widescreen capability, which is always so interesting to me that they don't, especially in today's day and age. You know, it's very easy to take and adjust these games to have widescreen capability, but who knows? There's got to be a reason why games like A Tale and Maple Story don't migrate to the widescreen stuff, but this game does, and so it gets a little extra bonus point there. So it's nice to be able to just pick stuff up. You just essentially hit the down arrow and you go ahead and pick things up. And it looks like we've got one more of these guys to take out. There we go, use our little skill. It's always nice because our skill does so much damage. So let's go ahead and jump around over some of these guys and jump over this one. It's kind of funny, we just jumped right through that window there. And let's cruise back over here so we can talk to her, complete our quest. Base small request, let's complete. Then she's got another quest for us, to El Gale, so let's complete. And then we've got, looks like we leveled up again, so let's assign some of our points. Let's do this. Let's take both of these to 20 because they look like usually strength and vitality. Vitality is, of course, you know, hit points and stuff like that. And let's go to skills and let's throw some more into this slash. And then we got quest. Now, what's really weird about it is I have yet to see a hotkey for the quest mission. And there it is. It's actually Q. For some reason on my other character, Q was not working, but hey, whatever. Nice part about this is we're just going to open this up. We're going to hit the town scroll, and there we go. Boom, we're right into town. Kind of a little bit of a shortcut there for when you're done with the tutorial quests. Now we need to head over this way and turn in. Actually, we need to. We weren't done with the tutorial, but this actually works out a little bit better because this gets us to where those the monsters that we need to take out are. See, they're right here waiting for us. So they're actually blinking because they are ready to be attacked. What's really weird about these games is it's always funny because your regular attack won't hit multiple monsters. You always need your special attack to be able to hit multiple monsters. We did level up again, so let's go ahead and jump in and assign. Let's assign 3 points there and 2 points there, and then let's go to our skill menu. And there we go. So it looks like we actually got access to another skill. So let's see if we can level up here really quick and see what that other one does. Now, one thing I can also tell you is, of course, it's Murphy's Law, that whenever you play a certain character type, you always find the weaponry or the gear for the character type that you're not playing. Which, it's like, it never fails. Whenever I'm playing a warrior, I always find thief or hunter gear. Whenever I'm playing, you know, a thief or a hunter or whatever, I always find gear for a warrior. It never fails. But one thing I can tell you is the game is really quest heavy. It's not a grind fest at all. Some of the quests do have you, you know, kind of grinding away on some of the monsters and stuff like that, but not really a huge issue. Or should I say it's not excessive, but there are tons and tons of quests that lead you around and will constantly have you killing different monsters and fighting different monsters and stuff like that, and keep you really busy. And I can tell you, it really doesn't. You don't ever feel like you're grinding. So that's always a good thing. So there we go. We need one more red guy, and there's one right there. We're gonna go ahead and do this a little bit. Jump over him. Let's see if there's one hanging out over here. No, but there is one hanging out right there. So we'll take him out. There we go. We need a couple more hits on him, and he will be dead, and we have completed our quest. So now we can head over this way to turn our quest in. Nice thing about the double jump is it really gives them the opportunity to create some interesting stuff as far as the levels are concerned. So there we go, and we get to pick up our first weapon. So do we want a one-handed sword or a two-handed sword? I'm going to go ahead and go with the two-handed sword. More damage in the beginning is always better. You can always change around later on, but it's always one of those things where, you know, in the beginning you always want to take and have more damage. So let's go ahead and do this again. Close that out. Let's go take a look at those skills again. So it looks like we do have access to this. An upper flash cancels basic attack, uses the upper flash. So kind of weird, but let's go ahead and put the 1 point in there and drop the other points in there. And it looks like he's got a new quest for us. Let's see. Now, one thing you can see right there is, before we pick this up, so every time you level, whenever there's new quests available to you, they'll show here. So you'd see new quests, and then you can see my quest by clicking on this. We don't have one, so we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Now, the game does have a very intricate questing system. It has a pretty cool questing system, but it also has a very intricate crafting system. So you have like cooking right there, and then the reason that we have to go down here and get a pickaxe is we've got to actually go to this other section, and we're gonna go down here, and you see this mine inside this little whatever's face, this little beaver or whatever. So he wants us to go ahead and use the store, purchase those. There we go. We purchased our pickaxe. He wants us to go into this mine, and essentially we're gonna mine for some. I think he wants us to mine for some azure. Actually, it doesn't look like I actually got the quest. So let's go back out there. I could have swore I got it, but I think I had to just buy my. There we go. So turn that one in, and now he wants us to go get the ore. So there we go. So when you do go in here to do the actual, you can see there's a bunch of other guys that are in here mining, and you mine until you run out of pickaxes, basically. But the game does have, like I said, a very intricate crafting system. It also has a very intricate PvP system, where essentially it's kind of along the lines of like a dueling system, where you enter into different zones when you duel with somebody, and then once you enter into those zones, you each kind of go at it and fight. So, and as you level up, it looks like I've only seen the first two, so level 5 and level 10, so we got our ore there. Let's get out of here. We actually get these gift items. So we go in here and we can actually receive items. Now, this will allow us to, those stones will allow us to resurrect and not lose any experience. It's not a big deal in the beginning, because when you die, you lose so little, it doesn't really matter. So, but we got his stone, so let's turn this in. Quest complete. And I think he has a new quest for us. There we go. He does. And he wants us to, if I remember correctly, we have to go back and talk to the chief. So let's head up here. You also have the warehouse, so you can drop things in. And then you've got this warp guy here that essentially he'll allow you to warp. You can use him, and you'll be able to warp between different towns and things like that in the game. So kind of cool ability to get around. Now, one thing that I kind of miss from a game like MapleStory is they put in the little warp sectors inside of town. So there may be like a little warp gate, let's say, right here or something like that, that will get me completely to the other side. Now, maybe it's just me being lazy, but I kind of like the fact that I can get from one side of town to the other without having to run the entire way, especially since I can't continuously just bounce back and forth. Now, the game also has these different events, and you can see right above me, it's kind of hard. Let's see if I can go over here and get on top of this mushroom. There we go. They do have an open market, which has an auction house. The auction house is a little clumsy in my mind. I think it could be a little bit better. You know, you can adjust things as far as your type, like, you know, if you're a thief or you're a mage or you're anything like that. But the thing that you can't do is you can't break things down by level. So here's another event there with the little Santa Claus, which is kind of funny because it's the middle of summer. Here's some weapons dealers. Now let me tell you something about the weapons dealers and the armor dealer that's right here. You're going to be really tempted to pick up new armor and new weapons, but I'll tell you, as you get up close in the higher levels, you pretty much get all the stuff that they're going to give you for free while questing. So I would highly suggest you save your money for other stuff, and and it's worth it to just wait and get those items from your quests, because you can really get through a lot of the quests without them and things like without having to actually spend the money, and you can save your money to actually buy weapons and armor and things like that from the auction house, or from the you know, the things like from other players. Sorry. So let's take out some of these little worm dudes. There we go. These guys are a little bit tougher, obviously, because they're level 7 and I'm only level 6. So we're going to have to use our skills. We went ahead and took that guy out. Now, one thing that's nice is while you're in battle, you can pick up your different items. It's always nice, too, if you can find somebody who's got a higher level character to run you through a lot of these quests, get you up and through the quest. The leveling is pretty quick. It's pretty fast. You know, I'm already level 6, but there are other games out there that I would say have faster leveling, but still, it's not that, I would say, that cumbersome as far as the leveling is concerned, because I'm already you know, halfway through level 6, and I'll probably get it by the time I finish these 2 quests. Or should I say this quest, because the second quest I don't get until this one is done. And then, you know, as you start going up in levels, the questing really gets to be, you really start to see just tons and tons more quests, especially once you get above level 10. You start having 3-4 quests that have you out fighting the same monsters, so the leveling really speeds up once you get into those realms and things like that. But if you really like the side scrollers, these 2D side scrollers, and you're looking for something different to play, like I said, the graphics are a lot crisper than a game like MapleStory. At least in my mind, they are. Sound-wise, sound effects are good. It's got a great soundtrack. Every area that you go to has a different bit of music to it. It also has the voiceover acting, which in my mind is well done, so it gives you kind of a little bit of added immersion as far as that stuff is concerned. So all those things are highly rated in my mind as far as the game is concerned. But I hope you guys enjoyed this trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about Wonderking, you can read our full review at MMOden.com, or just click the link in the description. I just died because I was talking to you guys. Till next time, thanks for watching.